let's talk about how to draw a bird and how to draw different types of birds for our project. And we're going to be drawing it on kind of small paper. So how are we going to do that? So let's first talk about what is a bird. Birds come in all different shapes and sizes. And we know there are a few things that all birds have in common. They all have a head, right? They all have a body. They all have some sort of bird tail, legs. They all lay eggs. They lay eggs. They all have wings to fly, and they all have eyes and a bill or a beak. So those are things that make up a bird, what they all have. And if we have these items, granted we don't necessarily need to show them laying the eggs, we will be able to draw a bird. So we're going to first start out by talking about different types of birds and how they look. But for generally speaking, birds' heads are more of a round shape, bodies are more oval, and then after that it kind of gets a little bit more exciting. So when we're drawing birds, we can draw I have a bird book here that can help us find some nice birds to draw. And you'll see that come in all different shapes and sizes. So in this page, we'll see a bird here, and we kind of see their legs sticking out because they're perched on a stick. So how would we draw that on a small piece of paper and make it fit? Remember, you want to try to touch 3 out of the 4 sides, if not all 4 sides, to make it nice and large. I don't want you to draw really tiny little birds on your page like this because we can't really see them well. It won't show up well in your print. So let's make sure we draw nice and large birds. And on this page, we see the bird kind of has a circle for a head, oval for a body, and the wings. So I'm going to draw and plan this out where I have a circle for a head, and I have an oval that fills most of the page for the body. The tail will kind of come off the oval like that. And then maybe we'll add the wing on, kind of overlapping the tail. We only see the side of the wing. And some legs maybe perching on the stick over there. So right now I have it almost touching 3 out of the 4 sides. And then we can start to add the bill or the beak. The beak is really pointy. Some of them are different. Remember, a hawk's beak will look different than a pelican's beak. And we can start to draw in the feathers of the wing. Now, the wing feathers usually have some long flyer feathers followed by shorter feathers underneath to keep them warm. And the shape and the height of the legs also define what kind of bird it is. And the eye, for most birds, you'll only see one eye on the side if we have a turn view of the head. So only draw one eye because we don't see the eye on the other side. So that's one type of bird you could draw. If you want to try a different, more challenging type, check out this pileated woodpecker here. Maybe you have your paper going up and down vertical, but the same idea applies. We have kind of a circle for a head here. I'm going to kind of make a big circle for the head. This woodpecker is on the side of a trunk of a tree. So I'm going to have the body kind of over here to fill it, an oval body, a tail, and the tail kind of comes off. I might run out of room for the tail, so I have to make the body a little bit smaller. Do you see how I'm drawing it in pencil? I'm just drawing over the top of my lines. It's okay if I'm drawing like this. It looks kind of scribbly, but I'm planning it out. The beak is nice and long of this woodpecker. The legs kind of come off the body like this to attach to the tree. And the feet go in all different directions for those talons. It's got like a little mini crown here. And after I have it kind of drawn in, one eye, remember, because we don't see the other eye. After I have it kind of drawn in scribbly looking like that, then I could go in and either erase. Right now I'm going to use a marker so I can see it better. And I can choose which lines I want to keep. And the wings here kind of fly into the tail. And I can figure out which lines I want to keep to make this bird look like a bird. Okay, a couple lines for the wings, and then maybe add the feet. Go nice and simple with the feet. Okay, that's another version. You could try a hummingbird. Those are nice and small, but they still need to fill the page. So going in with my pencil, I can draw the circle for the head, an oval for the body. This hummingbird's wings kind of all touch the edge. We have to make sure we plan it so we don't squeeze those wings on. And then the tail comes off the bottom like this. We don't see this hummingbird's legs. They're tucked in because it's flying. But the hummingbird has a nice long bill, right? To get the nectar out of flowers. And again, an oval, one eye. And we can add maybe some feathers here if we want. The nice flyer feathers are long towards the bottom, and then there's layers of smaller ones. We can add the decoration. It looks like it's got like a red neck there, and we can go from there. So that would be a quick sketch of a hummingbird. Now I chose an owl here because the owl eyes, if you look at it, this is one of the cases where the bird is looking straight at us and you can see both owl's eyes. But if we have a bird looking straight at us, again, round head, oval body, but now the beak, we can't have the beak going out like that. That doesn't look correct because it's a sideways beak. If we have a beak pointing towards us, it's going to look something more like that if you see it at all. And then we have the two eyes. This is a great horned owl. Looks like they have ears, but those are just tufts of feathers. And the tail and how the wings work on the side and so on. They've got really big feet here, okay? And then one other thing to talk about is what if you want to show the bird flying in the sky? We have to look at how the wings work if they're flying in the air. You're going to show both wings and try to fit that on the page where one wing goes up and one wing goes down, oval body, round head, or you're going to have both wings going up because it's flapping up and have oval body, round head, and leave room for the wings. Maybe you want to put your body lower. Do you see how I'm just drawing right on the top of my old one? It's okay if I make mistakes. And then a round head and fit the beak on there so I have enough room to show the feathers or the wings flying up and on the back side of here of this bird. And after I have the tail on, I can decide, is this the way I want it to look? Pick the lines I like and then go over them with a darker marker or a press harder with my pencil to decide if this is how I want my bird to look. And this way I can fit the wings on and try to have it touch 3 out of the 4 sides or all 4 sides. The legs are probably tucked up in there. So you can decide what type of bird you want, but they all have the same things. They all have a head, a body, tails, wings, eyes, bill, a beak, and they lay eggs. That's what defines a bird as a bird. So take those ideas